So I started listening to this art podcast, or actually, was it on the podcast that I heard? Actually, I think it might have been an individual artist talking about how different artists work. It was really fascinating. I'm actually really starting to learn a lot just about the way I work and the way I'm successful at working. And I think learning that stuff about yourself really starts to you start to figure out more of your style that way. And one of the things that they were talking about is that how artists have these different ways of working where, like, one artist, he called it working in the way of a dreamer, is what he said. And what he meant by that is that the artist will actually start an art piece, and it could start out as one thing and end up as a total, or not really totally different, but very different from the original concept. And he called them dreamers. And then there was another artist that was more of what he called a planner. And the planner is more like what I'm doing right here. It's really interesting. And what I mean by that is that I did a rough sketch, and now I'm cleaning up that sketch, and then I'll do the final ink drawing over the top of this. And he calls that more of a planner, where you figure out most of the stuff already and then you come back and fill it in. Whereas a dreamer will actually just start with a blank canvas and kind of work from there and end up with a final creation. Now, I have worked in both ways, but I will say that I feel like I struggle more when I work more from a dreamer side of creating. Like, it's almost like this, I'm finding that I have to build up to the final object. And I just work better like that. Whereas I'll watch some other artists that can think like a dreamer, and some can think really, really good like that. I don't. I struggle with it. Oh shoot, I'm missing some chat here, guys. All right, you're gonna be quiet now, Dragon Lord. You take care. I guess you'll check back with me. And what's up, Obey? Lancelot. Hey, how you doing, man? Good luck with the cat. Wait, what's up with the cat? Oh, I see. And a cat to pet. I gotcha. Yeah, most artists have different production pipeline, and we always fine-tuning it over many projects. Yeah, that's totally true. NA artists, you like it half and half? Yeah, I can totally see that in your work, NA. I can totally see that I think you like to take a blank canvas, though, and start to just put down lines and see where it takes you. Dreamers are pretty rare. Yeah, I would probably say that, Cross. The majority of them run into major composition and tangent. Yeah, absolutely. But I also think that artists run into that problem because they're more of a planner versus a dreamer. Because I used to have a friend that was, when I was in school, and I would totally classify him as a dreamer. And why I say that is he could draw like a perfect sketch straight out of the top of his head, and it would come out beautiful. And I would sit there and I'd watch him and I'd be like, dude, how do you do that? Like, I can't think like that. I can't function, you know? Hey, thanks for the follow, Kazepeta. Oh yeah, I know. Obey. There's nothing I can do. It's the light table that causes all those lines. Usually it'll usually stop after a while, but I wish I could fix that. Uh-oh. I think I just lost my camera. Oh no, there it is. But yeah, it usually stops, but you use 25 frame in us? No, it's up to, I think it's 30. I think I have it set to 30 frames per second. But I was going back to Cross's comments too. Cross contour, but the plus side is their line is more spontaneous. Yeah, you're right. Because they are not reworking through different drafts. Yeah, that's probably true, man. Because I find that, yeah, if I work in more of a dreamer way, that I get more frustrated with my design and I'm not happy with it. Although, like that, I guess a little bit of that mech that I'm working on from Jeff is a little bit like that. The other thing is, too, that I like to, like, if I'm drawing, like, even spaceships and stuff like that, I like to give myself a really light, faint guideline underneath, which helps take some of that frustration away. Yeah, I wish I could fix that, Obey. I don't know what to do. Hey, Vertex. How you doing, man? You haven't been around in a while. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I don't know what to do, Lancelot. If anybody knows, I've tried to look it up to see if there's a way to fix it, but it's just it has to do with frequency from the, like, on how it's going into the camera. My not dropping any frames or anything, making sure of that. But you heard another way to qualify production artists. They have some artists that need to be given direction and they need a target to shoot for, or they don't shoot for anything. Yeah, then there are artists that can create without direction, which I can definitely create without direction for sure. But I guess I'm giving myself that direction, and I think creating without direction, though, I think that's a learned thing over time too. That you learn how to start and end a project, on your own after you've been involved with so much, out there. I feel like I've gotten better at that.